If you are struggling with l'examen d'envoi, alors this video is for you. On y va. First of all, you need to know that I'm not an expert in French. I'm just a learner, and I have learned French in 1 year and a half. Recently, I have known my result in French, especially the exam called d'envoi B2 en français. Alors, this is my score. I know that my listening skill is horrible, but the other skills, ça va. Alors, I hope that my sharing will be helpful to you. Now, let's have a look at different applications that I have used in order to learn French effectively. First of all is a Duolingo. I think that this application is super helpful, especially when you are at the beginning level. This is very useful for the beginners from A1 to B1. Why so? Because it helps you to know what is French. So if you want to grab the basic knowledge, so choose Duolingo. This is also the app that helps you to relax after the intensive course of French. Next one, it will be Busuu. Busuu, I think Busuu is better to me because when I reach to intermediate level, I believe that Busuu provides different authentic content. I mean, there are videos with real people, so I know how French is used in daily conversation. They also provide different idioms, different phrases that I can use and apply it in daily life so that I can use French naturally. So if you want to practice speaking skill, I highly recommend Tandem because on Tandem we can exchange languages. For example, I speak Vietnamese, English, so I can correct the mistakes of other users who are trying to learn English or Vietnamese, and they will correct my French. So I believe that it is really helpful. You can try. Next is the application for listening skills. It is called TV5 More. You can discover it. It is also helpful for students who are learning TCF, and for sure d'envoi B2. And I believe that TV5 More provide different articles, different news that we can watch. After that, there are exercises that we can complete, and it can help you to improve listening skills gradually. Next one will be the application called ARTE. ARTE is really suitable if you are at intermediate level. They provide different contents related to cultures, people, entertainment, so on. So if you want to watch something else, something more interesting, so you can pick ARTE. There are also French subtitles, so you can follow it easily. Now let's move to reading skills. The first applications that I used to learn and enrich my vocabulary in French is Easy French to Die. Okay, so this is the application called To Die Easy French. So you can see there are different articles. So I would choose one. For example, I would choose this one. There's also videos on YouTube that we can watch. So here, for example, I don't know this word. I will look here. I will look at this word, and then there will be translation and also pronunciation for me. It will be really, really convenient. So with this application, it helps you to save time. You don't need to look up for new words because here we have already had the translation for each word that we don't know. Now let's jump straight into the exam. So with reading part 1 and part 2, reading in English or reading in French is the same. We need to underline the keywords in each question. For example, with question number 1, I will underline the keyword. After that, I will read the text from the beginning carefully to figure out are there any keywords, are there any same keywords or the synonyms with question number 1. And then, when I have figured out, I will read slowly and carefully and compare it with the given options. After that, I will choose the appropriate options. So that's what I have done in part 1 and part 2. But with part 3, it will be a little bit different.
Okay, let's have a look here. This is part 3 in d'envoi B2. First of all, I will underline all of the keywords like this. 6 questions, I will underline all of the keywords. You can see in the text there will be 3 people. After I have identified all of the keywords in each questions, what I'm going to do right now is to read the first person. This is Vincent. I will read Vincent and I will underline the keyword. I will read Vincent carefully because I know that 6 questions, so each person there will be two options. There will be two options that I will need to choose. So here, Vincent, I will read through Vincent, and then I will try to skim through 6 questions. I will choose the one that match with Vincent. I have chosen Vincent, number 2 and number 5. So I know that with Jacques, there will be 2 options. And with Frederick, there will be 2 options too. So what does it mean? It means that if I have chosen Vincent and Jacques correctly, for sure, I can figure out which question will be Frederick. The things that I need to do is to check it again to make sure that number 4 and number 3 are correct with Frederick. Now, here is an example of part 1 or part 2 of Dem for Better. They will give you the text. It's quite long. It's not that short. So here, these are the questions. Okay, you can see that I have underlined all of this. I have underlined one by one. I will underline number 1. I will underline here the keywords. And then I will read from the beginning. And then I will choose the correct options.
So what if there are words that I don't know? At that time, I would try to guess the word from the context. If not, for sure, when I practice, I will need to underline it and then I will look it up later. I have to accept that when I study, I need to digest each information, each knowledge slowly. So with the new words, what I will do with the new vocabulary, I will put it on Quizlet. I will make the folder that only for Dem for Better. There will be lists of vocabulary for reading, listening, speaking, and writing. Now, for each sessions, I will try to review all of the vocabulary that I have learned from reading day by day. I will review the vocabulary and for sure, sometimes I cannot review all of the vocabulary that I have learned previous day. However, I accept it and I will continue to try my best in order to finish all of the list in the other days. It's not like you put heavy pressure on yourself and then you stress out and you start to feel like French is so difficult, we cannot do it or what. So I hope that if you feel like it's so stressful, just slow down a little bit, accept it, and then we will try more and more. Let's move to writing skills. With writing skills, it will be a little bit difficult because, not a little bit, it's very difficult because when we self-study, like there will be no one to correct for us. Sometimes we might feel lost. Luckily, this is the era of AI. So we can use ChatGPT to help us. How did I use ChatGPT to improve my writing skills? First of all, I will brainstorm the ideas by my own and I will write it by myself. When I write it, I will make sure that I will try to think, try to recall all the vocabularies that I have learned in order to use it in my essays or in the formal letters. So if there are words that I want to write in the formal letters, but I don't know that word, that time I will look it up. I will ask ChatGPT to write down the word that I want to write in my writing in French. It will be better because when we try to write by ourselves, we can improve our writing skills faster. If we ask AI to write for us from the beginning, we don't know our mistakes and we cannot learn anything. If there are no mistakes, it means that you do not make any progress. So here I will put the prompt in Vietnamese and English so that you can use in order to correct your essays or your formal letter in French, especially when you are preparing for Dem for Better. You can use it. It will be really helpful. All you need to do is just copy and paste below your writing. Then ChatGPT will correct your mistakes, predict your scores based on the criteria of Dem for Better, and then they will also give you the useful collocations, useful vocabulary that you need to know with that topic. And finally, they will also give you the revisions with the maximum scores so you can learn from that revisions. With the speaking skills, like I have mentioned before, I used to use Tandem in order to make friends with people from Francophone countries. I have some friends from Paris and she is really nice. They are very nice. I think that it is really helpful for us to exchange the language like that. You help them to correct English or Vietnamese or your mother tongue, and then they will help you to correct your French. If you don't want to make friends with anyone, you are quite reserved, so there's another way for you. You can use ChatGPT. For example, in Denver B2, there's always a topic, so you can capture that topic and you put it on ChatGPT. After that, you make a presentation for about 5 to 7 minutes. After you finish, you will ask ChatGPT to correct your mistakes and also provide different questions as debate questions, and you can answer it. I think it will be really helpful. Recently, I have also discovered a website called Sesame.com. Sesame.com is another bot AI that you can use in order to practice French. This is really amazing because Sesame will correct your pronunciation in French too. It's like Elsa speak in English, but here is a Sesame. Remember to use it on the website. Do not download the app because with the app you need to pay, but with the website you can try it for free. I have used Sesame.com in order to improve my French pronunciation. Although right now I know that sometimes I made a lot of mistakes in my French pronunciation too, but it's okay. It is important to believe in yourself, try to express yourself with the language that you have learned, and then you will start to love that language. If you learn a language, but then you cannot use it or even produce it, so quite boring. Okay, voila, thank you for watching. I will share different books and different materials that I have used to improve my French in another video. Follow me and see ya in the next video. Bye!